Hi kindergarten, today for reading we are learning to answer questions about a story we know, and you will be successful when you can answer questions correctly by finding the information in the text. Okay, so Mrs. Skyris is just going to use this. Use the clues in the text to help you answer the following questions. So if you haven't already, can you please go back to the website and look at the slides and make sure you listen to Ms. Papadam reading the story Mice in the Kitchen. Okay, our first question for today is who were the characters? So Mrs. Skyris is going to answer these questions to show you what to do today. So the first, like I said, the first question, who were the characters? Now, Mrs. Skyris has actually added in the slides of the book. So good readers always make sure that they go back to the book to find the answer to the question. So who were the characters? I can see here we've got Papa Mouse, Mama Mouse, and the teeny weeny mice. So they're some of our characters. And I remember from reading the story earlier that there's actually other characters that come in later in the story. Here they are. We've also got Papa Monster, Mama Monster, and the teeny weeny monsters. So if I was to go back to that question, I would answer that by saying the mice and the monsters. And you can add a bit more detail there and you can say Papa Monster, Mama Monster, teeny weeny monsters, and Mama Mouse, Papa Mouse, and the teeny weeny mice. Okay, so the second question says, what can you tell me about them? And again, make sure that you're going back to the text and having a look. So I remember that the mice were quite happy in the story. As you can see, we've got some smiling, excited faces. Later on in the story, so they're still quite happy, jumping around in the kitchen, playing with the cherries. Later on in the story, we can see the monsters coming in. So we know they're not really monsters and they're just people, but to the mice, they look like monsters because they're so big compared to them. Now, if somebody is stomping and clomping into the kitchen, I would think that they would feel pretty scared or angry. Let's keep having a look. Oh my goodness, look at their faces. They looked so frightened. And even the mice, they look really scared as well. So if we go back to that question, what can you tell me about them? Well, we could answer that question by saying, I can see that the mice were originally happy in the start of the story, but when the monsters came home, they were really scared and frightened. Okay, the next question says, how do you know the people were scared of the mice? Well, going back to that page that we were just on, at the end there, look at their faces and their expressions. Oh my goodness, this boy here looks so worried. So going back again to the questions, how do you know the people were scared of the mice? The people were scared of the mice because you could see it on their faces and through their body language. All right, last question. What do you think the people will do now? So this is a question that you probably won't find the answer in the text because when you go back, it's showing you that the monsters went scampering out of the kitchen. But this question is talking about what do you think they are going to do after that? All right, so this is really a question about using your brain and your prior knowledge to think about this question. I think that the monsters might go and get brooms or rakes to come back into the kitchen to try and scare the mice away again. All right, so kindergarten, you are now going to have a go at answering some questions. On the next slide, you can see some questions there for you. So it says, use the clues in the text to help you answer the following questions. And there's some there for you. Where did the story happen? What was the problem? How was the problem fixed? Why do you think the mice were in the kitchen? And then if you would like to challenge yourself today, you can answer this question. The family were all scared of the mice. Have you ever been scared of something that was smaller than you? What was it? Why were you scared? And it says down the bottom, answer the questions by leaving a voice recording of you answering them using the microphone tool. All right, have fun, kindergarten.